Welcome to Sew Very Easy. My name is Laura, and today I have found this beautiful piece of fabric, and I want to turn this into a short skirt, and I know exactly where to get the pattern. And I'm going to be getting this pattern from the Golden Rule system. Now this system is quite different than buying a regular pattern. When you buy a regular pattern, that pattern comes on a very huge piece of paper. From there you need to cut out your sizes. But they're not always accurate to your size. The Golden Rule has a system where you have these designs, and on the back we have these little miniature patterns. These miniature patterns we get to draft out on our own to our exact body measurements. We take our measurements with this special ruler, and then we draft them out using this ruler. So whatever our measurements are, we're going to be able to use. So if we're making a dress, the dress top can be one size and the bottom can be another size. I can make my shirt one size, my pants another, because I'm a different size from my top to my bottom. So this allows me to customize the patterns for my own body. You can get patterns, and along with that, you can get all these different supplements so your collection can grow quite big. Let me show you the system that I started with. I did start with the instructions and 280 patterns and the rulers that I'm going to need. So in this binder, I have directions, rulers, a DVD that I can follow along. I do have my tape measure and some extra accessories and 280 fabulous patterns that you're going to be able to customize to your own body. So from this system, I'm going to customize a little black skirt to fit me perfectly. And this system will fit anybody. If you do have a beautiful curvy body, they do have a system that'll fit that too. For this system, we only need 2 measurements. Because I'm making a skirt, I will only need the hip measurement. So I'm going to take the tape measure that comes with the system and measure the largest part of my hip. With only that one measurement, I'm going to be able to enlarge that pattern. The pattern today that I'm going to be using is this little skirt pattern, and it's number 254. The patterns are designed to be used internationally, and we have symbols that are going to be able to help us out. D represents a skirt. The measurements beside it is how much fabric I'm going to need. Now they are in centimeters, but we can very easily change those over to yards. And there's a chart on how to do that. So that 65 means that I will need 26 inches, and that 150 centimeters means that my fabric is 60 inches wide. So I don't need a lot of fabric, and that's exactly what I have. When I turn it over, that pattern 254 is right here. It lets me know by this diagram here, and we can see that right there, it's going to be a zipper. My zipper is going to be approximately 22 centimeters, which is approximately 9 inches. So the diagram and the chart are going to go together. We don't need to read any words. We're just going to be able to follow the chart. This VM, if we look for VM, is the center front. So all of this information will go together. I do have another video that goes into more detail about this, but right now, let's get started with this skirt. And the first thing I'm going to do is photocopy the back of this page. And I want to photocopy this exactly the way it is. We do not make the page smaller or larger. We need to print it at 100% exactly the way it is. And out of this pattern, I only want the skirt, so I'm going to take that skirt out. The skirt consists of a front, a back, with a little back kick, a zipper, we have some darts, and a waistband. So I'm going to cut out these 3 pieces. And I get to work on one piece at a time. So I'm going to start with this front pattern. We're going to need some paper to draw this pattern on. And we're going to do it with this tape measure and this little tack. And I just use foam board so I can put this tack in. So I have the foam board, then this piece of paper down, and I've taped that pattern right on top of that paper. You will notice a little X right in the middle of that pattern. That X is, well, X marks the spot. My hip measurement was 100 centimeters. So on the tape measure, you're going to find this harder end, and it has holes along the edge. So I'm going to be able to put this little tack right in that 100 mark. So if you have a 112-inch hip, you're going to use the 112-inch hole. If you have an 88, you're going to use the 88. Whatever your hip measurement is the hole you're going to use. I'm just going to put that tack right through that and then put it right through that X marks the spot. Now you can do this right on top of an ironing board. We just need something where we can put this little tack in because this tape measure is going to rotate. When we look at this pattern, we have the X and then we have all of these numbers. I'm going to transfer those numbers onto that paper using this little diagram. And it won't matter where you start. So I'm going to start right at this top, and it says 16.5. So this plastic end of this tape measure is going to go right along that line. So it's going to match up. Smooth out this tape measure, and it says 16.5. I'm going to find the 16.5 mark on the ruler and put a dot. Rotate this until we get to another number. And in this case, I have a number 9. Line that edge up, smooth, until I find a 9, and put the dot. The next one is also 9. Rotate, now I'm at 12.5. It's important to line up this little tape measure right with that line on the pattern. My next line is 15. Next one is 41. Rotate, 42. And those are all the marks. I can now take this off. So I have these dots all the way around that pattern. I get to join those dots. The first one I like to do is this center front. So this is going to be my center front, and it's going to go on a fold. So I'm going to make my fold line. So I'm going to join dot to dot, and I do have these rulers that I can use. From here I'm going to go up, and this is the bottom going towards the hip. Join dot to dot. The next line is the curve here of my hip, and we can see that this pattern is curved. We do have these wonderful dressmaking rulers to help us, and there is a guidance. So from here I do want to have this curved hip. So I'm going to take that ruler. So I have the one dot and the second dot, and I'm just going to keep shifting this ruler until those dots line up. Join dot to dot. The next is this top waistband. In this waistband, we do have a dart, and we can see that picture there of that dart. Where the X is the bottom of the dart. So I'm going to match that X up and that top dot, draw my line, stop, and do the next. So this is now the dart. I can continue drawing the lines to the top of that waist. One more mark, and that's going to be this arrow, which is the straight of grain. And I can tell that the straight of grain is running the same as my front. This pattern is now complete. The only thing we need to do is add a seam allowance, which means we can add any seam allowance we want. Myself, I like to add a 1/4 inch for the top, 1 inch for the sides, and 2.5 inches for my hem. So you can put the seam allowance right on your pattern, or you can put it right on your fabric. For this case, I'm going to add it right onto my paper. To add that extra seam allowance, where the dot is, I've moved that dot over, and in my case 1 inch. So I've done that for all of the sides. And I'm going to be able to use that same ruler, and where you did this area, we're just going to slide it over and repeat and draw that seam. I've added that extra fabric up there for my dart. My seam allowances are all on. My pattern is done. I can now cut this pattern out. I need to repeat the same thing for the back of this skirt. A trick for doing the side seam is to make sure that it matches to the original front piece. Our pieces do need to match up. So I can take my pattern piece, line it up from dot to dot, make sure that my dots match up. Now I'm going to be able to draw that seam, and I know it's going to be exact. For the back, I do have this little kick pleat I need to add, and the markings for my zipper will tell me to come out 4 centimeters, and this area will be 15 centimeters. So I now have that kick pleat done. I will just need to add seam allowance all the way along the back and for the hem. I have one more piece to make, and that's going to be the waistband. My fabric is pressed, my pattern pieces are pinned on. I already have the seam allowance. I can cut these out. Before I take the pattern pieces off, I will transfer any marks that need to be put on. Put your darts in the front and the back, pressing and doing that stay stitching, always going towards the center. Once those darts have been done, I'm going to add in that back zipper. So I've basted my seams together. I've pressed those seams open. I will now be able to insert my zipper. So depending on the type of zipper you're going to add, this is the time to do that application. There are 2 ways we can finish this little kick pleat. The first way is we need to press those down as if that was stitched together. For this top, we're going to just take that corner and fold it in. We can hand stitch this down here and hand stitch going down. If you don't mind the stitching, you can stitch all the way around to hold that down. The second style of a pleat is a closed pleat. I personally like to finish the edges, and then I'm going to match up those edges. We're going to continue sewing down and right across, and then snip right here in this corner. So I have that little snip. Now when I open up the skirt, I'm going to have one of those pleats folded down, and the other one will lay on top. And that little cut there is going to make it so this back will stay flat. And then do a row of stitching right here where that pleat is going to be. And that's going to prevent it from flopping. I can now match up that front of the skirt to the back so that the right sides are facing. You can pin baste or machine baste, try it on, and make the adjustments along this side. What you do on one side, it's important that you duplicate on the other side, and that way the skirt is going to lay flat. I did put a lightweight interfacing onto that waistband just so it doesn't stretch out, so I can match up the right seams and stitch this on. And I do like to have a little bit on each side of that zipper coming off. Once that first row is put on, from there we can decide what we're going to do for this top. With the zipper closed, we can do a few different finishes. This waistband will be folded, so you can have some snaps, buttons. You can also have that waistband match up and have hooks and eyes. So we can now finish that waistband by whatever clothes you want there. Roll that over towards the back. You can either hand stitch that or machine stitch that down. And then finish putting on that closure. When the waistband is done, the very last thing we need to do is put up the hem. We have that nice little kick pleat in the back, some darts in the back to give us shape, and a very simple plain front. Let me show you what this looks like on, and I'll show you the outfit that I'm wearing today. The outfit that I'm wearing today comes from two different supplements. The pants, which have these great wide legs, comes from a very old supplement from 1994, and we have these great wide leg pants. And the shirt is from the classic supplement, and it is pattern 61. I just shortened the sleeves a little bit and put a little brooch in the center, and that has changed the outfit completely. So even though the supplements might be old, they're going to be able to be used for years because these are classic outfits that just the change of the fabric can bring them updated. The little skirt is now done and it fits me perfect. I was able to add that extra seam allowance along the side so I could tailor it in to fit me and it be comfortable. The fun part about having all of your patterns in one binder means you're going to be able to sew whenever you want. You don't have to go searching for a pattern. Chances are you have one here. And by drafting them yourself, you can change them and have them fit you perfectly. I'll put a link in the description to the golden rule and a video that I did previous that explains a little bit more about the system. And thank you for joining me today on Sew Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe, and as always, come on back. Let's see what we're sewing next time in the sewing room. Bye for now.